Thank you very much for the opportunity to have this conversation. And I start by inviting you to say a few words about your organization so that we make sure that all the listeners, the viewers, know exactly who we are talking to.
Okay, thank you. DNV GL is an independent foundation. That is, we don't have any external shareholders, neither governmental nor private. We are self-owned. That has been working for more than 150 years to do risk services to the maritime and later also to the oil and gas industry, and now we are also expanded into other non-oil and gas energy industries and other like medical and food safety. But the history and the main focus for our organization has been for a long time a sharp focus on the risks associated with maritime and offshore operations.
As you probably know, Romania is also a very long history in the oil and gas industry, and it's only recently that big and serious projects in the Black Sea are coming into attention. What is your knowledge on the Black Sea specifics in terms of oil and gas?
Our company is not focused on looking into the hydrocarbon resources or the productive possibilities of oil and gas resources. Our company is focusing on assisting those organizations who take an interest in either producing or transporting hydrocarbons. So in that respect, the Black Sea as an area where you both have hydrocarbon resources. At the same time, the Black Sea is an important travel route for hydrocarbons. We therefore have a great focus and great interest in that. And I think you are maybe referring also to the fact that the current production of oil and gas in the Black Sea is not very big, but we already see that the Black Sea is an important area where hydrocarbons produced other places is transported through the Black Sea. So that is already happening as we're speaking. We have the Blue Stream pipeline transporting gas across the Black Sea from Russia to Turkey. That is one example, but indeed we have also other examples where we have oil transported through pipeline through Novorossiysk with the ship traffic going through the Black Sea and the Bosphorus Straits to reach international markets. So the Black Sea is already a quite busy hydrocarbon province in terms of transport.
When we look at the map of the pipeline grid in the North Sea, and we look immediately after to the similar map in the Black Sea, we see how much empty space there is still in this region. And I'm curious, how does your experience in Europe can be translated in the needs here in the Black Sea?
Indeed, the oil and gas industry in general and the offshore oil and gas industry in particular is a very international industry with a lot of technological innovation and a lot of new developments. You see, if you go back in the history, the oil and gas industry has been able technologically to operate in deeper and deeper waters. We see the technology where you can have horizontal drilling. We also see the development where you have subsea completion. You don't need a platform always, you can use a subsea. So these are just some examples how technology is developed someplace else can be very, very easily used and adapted in new oil and gas provinces. So are the lessons for the Black Sea for instance, from the North Sea. Yeah, and the North Sea has been tested through high waves, strong winds, difficult operational challenges for a long time already. There are excellent technological lessons and excellent technologies that are ready to use and ready to apply in the Black Sea. Absolutely.
Before technology can be put in to work here at the Black Sea region, there are still many blockages in legislative, legal framework, safety normatives, and so on. Can you have a contribution here also in relation to the authorities in different states and in this dialogue between the companies and the institutions so that we can make these steps accelerate?
I think the international operators have an important role in engaging and communicating directly with the authorities in the countries where they operate, but certainly independent organizations like ourselves can contribute in that dialogue. I mentioned that we don't have external owners. We don't have any external financial interests. So we are completely independent of any, you can say unbiased, and because of that, we can contribute to a dialogue between operators and the regulators about what is the safest and best ways to address it. And it's not always that countries with limited offshore experience have the best, latest regulations that should be used in this case. And in such situations, it can be good to bring in independent, experienced partners who can give some knowledge and to give some credibility to use technologies that maybe are tested and tried other places in the world, but can look quite new and a little bit exotic in a new country. So, and another comment on that is we see that politicians or governments, they have a different approach to safety regulation and to approvals. Some governments prefer a more prescriptive approach where the country detail a lot how you are supposed to work. Other countries has chosen a more liberal or a more a performance-based approach where there is more responsibility and freedom put back on the operator. That is, for instance, the system we use in Norway, in the UK, in Canada. And when you have new technologies and new challenges, our experience is that a performance-based approach with more freedom for the operator to communicate and manage their risks is a safer way to do it than to come with a very rigid national description about how everything should be done.
Can become obsolete very soon, in fact, in terms of technology.
Yes, the way technology moves, technologies can become obsolete, absolutely.
We can be optimistic in this regard, that this in Romania, we heard earlier the official from the new established authority talking about some very specific time of response from the companies in case of emergency, as an example of this liberal approach, let's say.
Yep.
Do what you know, but make sure that you respect this goal, the specific goal. I have two more questions, if I am allowed. One is, in what way do you usually work with your partners, be them authorities or companies? As a consultant, on a contract commission for some analysis study? I don't know exactly.
Okay, we work typically by the invitation of the operator. So if the operator wants to have a company that has competence and knowledge about how to manage the risk of their operation, which can complement their own knowledge and which can also match the knowledge of the subcontractor that they use. We then go in and we can take different roles, but the common theme for what we do is that we use technological competence, we use our experience from all around the world, and we then analyze the risks, and we develop a program where the risks can be controlled and mitigated or minimized together with the operator, always as an independent body, so that if the operator would like to use the results from our work to show to other parties, the government, the insurance companies, the project financing companies, they will know that somebody completely independent of the operator has also been looking into these things.
I see. And the final question is, how far are you, how advanced are you in being involved in project at the Black Sea at the moment?
Well, the Black Sea is a big area with many littoral states around. So, and we have offices in most of the countries surrounding the Black Sea. So, if we just select a few examples of what we are doing, we have certified the Blue Stream pipeline, and the Blue Stream pipeline was built according to the pipeline code that my organization has developed. As we're speaking, we're also verifying with the goal of eventually certifying also the Turk Stream pipelines. So Blue Stream and the Turk Stream pipelines are two pipeline projects in the Black Sea where we have been and where we are heavily involved as we're speaking. Then, as a ship classification society, several of the ships that transport oil out of Novorossiysk and pass through the Bosporus, they are classified by our company, so we have a small involvement there. And certainly we also have local services to local vendors in several of the countries around the Black Sea.
So the production of hydrocarbons is the next step to be reached.
Yeah, it's very inspiring to see how also here in Romania the companies and the governments wants to take a professional, serious look on how to monetize the oil and gas reserves in Romania. And I think if Romania can also have a safe, modern approach to that, that would create a lot of value for the Romanian society and certainly also for the companies involved in this.
Thank you and good luck.
And thank you.